Hey, what is going on, guys? Today in this video, we're gonna be looking at the Manfrotto Befree GTPRO carbon fiber tripod. Now, I've been rocking Manfrotto products probably for the past 3 or 4 years on this channel. Originally, I started off with just some really inexpensive gear like this Ranger tripod that I'm using right now. Honestly, guys, I'm a little sketched out because I've got a $5,000 camera on a very, very flimsy tripod, so I'm not gonna breathe too hard. I'm not gonna go over near that camera because it definitely could fall. Nothing like the quality of the Manfrotto tripod that I've got here. So over to my right, this is a Befree Advanced. This is an aluminum tripod. This has been a great tripod for me, especially for travel. So I do a lot of traveling for home theater tours, also for different trade shows like Audio Advice Live and CEDIA and so forth. And this year I'm going to CES, which I'm super pumped about. But this is really compact. I can fold this up, it can slide in a backpack, it can easily go into a small suitcase, and that's what I needed. Something small, lightweight, but something that I didn't have to worry about being sketched out like this Ranger tripod that's currently holding my camera. So this system here has just been a really good staple for all of my YouTube videos over the past 2 years, and especially, like I said, when I'm traveling, but also use it here in the dedicated theater room. So I'm curious to see what features this has. One of the things that I was really excited about, not only the carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is lightweight, incredibly durable. I don't think it's going to flex as much as this does because this is aluminum. But the other thing I'm really excited about is the latching system, and we'll talk about that. But before we unbox this, I want to give a big thanks to our channel sponsor, Arundel Sound. You guys know I love big sound. Well, Arundel's 1528 series has taken big to a whole new level. The Tower 8 is an absolute beast, 53 inches tall, 174 pounds, and engineered to perfection with time-aligned curved baffle. But it's not just about size, it's about the massive soundstage and clarity that these speakers deliver. Trust me, once you hear the 1528 series, there's no going back. Check out the link down in the description below. So let's just go ahead and dive into it and see what we have. So with the Befree series, you get this nice little case. Inside the case, we got owner's manual, and then the plate that'll go on top of the tripod. So let's lay that off to the side for now. Ooh, I'm liking that. So that is just a gorgeous design. I'm loving the carbon fiber weave. It's all black and gray, just a tad bit of red highlight here with the Manfrotto logo, so very subtle. Let's go ahead and get this bag off here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So the legs fold down, you can hear it click. So there's 3 clicks depending on the height that you want and the stability that you want. We'll take a look at that here in just a little bit. So first thing, it comes with a tripod head. So this is a fluid head. It's not the quality of the 502AH, but the overall cost of this entire unit is about half the cost of this alone. And so, but this is a nice feature, so you don't have to buy a different head. This would actually be great, especially for travel. So one thing I'm really excited to check out is this release mechanism here. So instead of having these little levers, which we'll take a look at in a second, we can take this, release all 3, and I can extend that out, tighten it 1, 2, 3, just like that. So it allows me to easily set this up. Man, I'm already liking that so much better. And I'll show you why in a second. So I'll have to get used to how much, okay, there we go. A little bit tighter there. All right, so let's move this table out of the way. I want to see how much taller this is as well, because I believe it's got some extended height. So you can already see this right here is taller, not much, but definitely a little bit taller. And then if I extend this all the way up, right here, we'll put them right next to each other. So again, you can see we're talking, say from, yeah, so actually way up here. So as you can see, just by the neck of it right here, this is a little bit taller, just a few inches. But what I can imagine is this here, I've always had to tilt it up just a little bit. So I'd loosen this over here, angle it up just a little bit, especially if I was interviewing somebody that was much taller than me. I'm 5'11". Let's say I'm interviewing somebody that's 6'2". This is gonna have to be angled quite a bit versus this one's going to be more straight level. So I do like that it's just a tad bit taller there. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here, because this is what, like I said, I'm kind of excited about. So I can easily grab all three of those, put them in, one twist. 1, 2, 3, push it all the way in, one twist. 1, 2, 3. Now let's compare this one. So this one's a lot more tedious because you have to go 1, 1, 1. You see what I'm saying? So it's not super, like it's not gonna save huge amounts of time, but this is just way more tedious. Same thing when I'm extending these, I have to do them one at a time. 1, 2, and you gotta do this 9 times versus 3. The other one, sometimes I'll do all 3. There we go. All right. We'll put that back off to the side. All right, so a couple other features here. So right here, we've got a little clip for a sandbag, so you can have a weighted bag here, and that'll give it more stability. Then on the other side, if you pull this little cap off, got a threaded insert, so you can attach some accessories there if you want to. To fold the legs up, you'll need to push this in just a little bit, take this lever, pull down, and then it can raise up here. So we'll go ahead and extend that out. Once again, I'm still liking this a lot better. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just something different, but it seems like it's gonna save me some time in the long run. Let's go ahead and take a look at this tripod head next. All right, so just to make me feel a little bit more comfortable, I put my camera and lens back on my other Manfrotto tripod. It's so much more secure. Definitely didn't want to risk having that fall. So I want to show you a couple of things. So this comes with this fluid head drag system. So you can twist this here. That allows us to angle up and down the camera. So I don't have a second camera I'd show you, but if your camera's here, let's just tighten that here. All right. So then if I tighten it, you can see now it doesn't go up and down. This one here, if you twist this, allows you to go up and down. What's really nice about this, couple things. Number one, on the back side, there's a bubble level. So it makes it really easy to find out if you're on a horizontal plane, if your camera is level. The other thing is a lot of content nowadays, you know, we're filming for horizontal content like this, but we're also filming for vertical content on TikTok and Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and that sort of thing. So the easiest thing to do is twist this a little quarter turn, lift that up. Now your camera is on its side in a vertical fashion. So on the back side here is the level for that. So you'd have to come around to the front of your camera. So now you could have your camera in a vertical position, which is super cool. Got a quick release plate right here. That plate, all right, so let me grab the quick release plate. So of course this would screw into the bottom of your camera, and you can twist this to loosen it. Just like that. We tighten it down so your camera's locked into place there. So then down here, if we loosen this, now we can pan our camera left and right. If you tighten it back up, and that locks that into place. And like I said, so you can easily, like right now, the camera is not quite level. So either I can loosen this and just adjust the whole ball head and make it level, or tighten that down, and I can use this to get it perfectly level, just like that. But again, the biggest value prop that this tripod and head offers is just how compact it gets. And so when you loosen this, there's a little latch here. You lift that up, and that allows this to fold down flat. And then we can bring that straight down, tighten those up. So you can just see how compact that is. And then to fold this up, we would first want to push this in just a little bit. There's a little release clip right here. So we pull down, lift this up, down, lift that up, down, lift that up. So you can see that is super compact. And that's what I really, really like about this tripod. Another thing I want to show you is you can see this. See if I get you on camera here. So this makes a really stable base. So this is about as low as we can go with this particular. Some of the Manfrotto tripods allow you to have there's an internal option here where you can lift up and lay this down. That would actually be really cool. You need to get some really low shots, but this still allows you to get a pretty low shot. So you can see we're probably about 1.5 feet off the ground. So maybe about, 14 inches off the ground with the camera, at most 2 feet off the ground. So it's not going to get super, super low to the ground. But as you can imagine, this is incredibly sturdy. And then, of course, you got the next notch there, which brings it up just a little bit higher. And then the one that I'm normally using is that third click right there. And then you would extend it up as high as you want. So I recommend anytime that you're running a tripod, so you can see this isn't super sturdy here. I wouldn't recommend this. I would bring this down, lower center of gravity, like that, tighten that back up. And then I would use one of these bottom ones like that. And that is much more stable because your legs are spaced further out. But again, looking at this, man, I love just the style. It's sleek. There's nothing that glares. There's no bright font or text or anything. It's just very subtle, very minimal. Everything's black and gray color scheme except for the little bit of red that you've got here with the Manfrotto logo. And there have been a lot of times I've even carried it like this, bring it together, kind of like a somewhat of a stabilization when you've got the legs extended down here. That can make your camera a little bit more smooth if you were just, doing some pans when you're needed to be kind of mobile. But, man, super, super slick. But like I said, what I really like, this is going to make it so much easier. I like the grip of these, but I really like the fact that I can twist all three and get everything down and tighten them up with one hand. That's just going to make things so much quicker on a job shoot. Boom, just like that. Now, if you did need to mount your tripod upside down, you could get a little creative. So we could extend these down like this. We could extend the feet out like that. So then we could put this over here, this over here. Then what you would need to do is down here, there's a little plug. You pull this plug out right here. Then you can lift this up. You can invert this, then insert the bottom from here. You put the plug back in. Now, of course, your camera is going to be upside down, so in your video editing software, you'd simply just rotate that 180 degrees to make that upright again. But as you can see, super stable, get a lot of creative options here. If you mounted this higher up, then of course, you could have the camera facing straight down so you can get an over-the-top view of something that you're filming as well. So a lot of flexibility with this tripod. All right, so once we're ready to stow this, I want to show you a couple of things that'll make your life a lot easier. So if you'll take this longer handle, go ahead and give it a little half spin. There's a little notch here. We want to align that with this little groove in here, so that needs to be straight up and down. then take this latch, open it, bring this down, and then that little notch will go right inside, or that little bump out there will go inside that little notch, and then we can close it, and that keeps it really compact. This side over here, give that a little half turn, and that'll lay down flat like that. And then what I typically do is this side right here, make sure that this is loose so you can freely spin this. And the reason why is, let's say if it was like that, and you go to close all these, it's not really compact. So if I spin this just a little bit, now I can get those legs in there a lot tighter. So as you can see, that is a really slim profile. Really like this design. Now, big shout out to Manfrotto for sending me this tripod for review. If you're interested in any Manfrotto products, I've got a bunch of different things that I own from them, from tripod heads to tripods themselves. I've got a backpack, super quality. Definitely give them a check out. Down in the description below, I have links to all of those products, as well as this new Befree GTPRO carbon fiber. Hope you guys have an incredible week. God bless. We'll catch you in the next video.